If you want to see me apply a full face of Cheekbone Beauty products, then stick around. Hi there, it's Hélène and welcome back, or if it's your first time, welcome to HMM Makeup or Makeup. Today I am going to be playing with Cheekbone Beauty. I have some lipsticks, I have an eye crayon, I have a face palette, and I'm just going to create a look with what I have. And I did pick the products in a way that it would be possible to do a full face and have a full look with Cheekbone Beauty based on the products that they have. The only thing that I did not pick up from the brand that they do have is brow products, and I just have too much brow products. I just don't need more, and it would have just too much for what I personally have at hand. And yeah, we have to buy from companies based on what we can use, right? If we buy stuff we're not going to use, that's pretty wasteful. And sustainability is a tenet of this Cheekbone Beauty brand. So I think they would forgive me for not picking up more products. Okay, I'm talking too much. Let's just take a look. If you have not seen the unboxing video, which I will put right there, I can just show you the products really quickly. So it is very basic, but I like that, very basic packaging. And there is a plastic that is protecting the inside. I did not take the plastic off the mirror, but there is a mirror. And then I chose these three colors, which I did swatch in that other video. And so there is a blush, there's a highlighter that's kind of a rosy highlighter, and then there is a bronzer. And they are, as you can tell, all of them removable, and you can switch them around for some other panned products that you can pick up. And aside from the face palette, I did pick up a crayon from them, which is, it's a crayon made in Italy, and it's called Sustain Eyes, and I don't think that it has a name on the pencil itself, but it does show the color. I did choose to pick a teal so that I would have an extra color, nothing too plain like black or anything like that. And then I have, I think, seven lipsticks that I picked up as a bundle, and I'm really happy to be playing with all of these things right now. So I did do my eyebrows because I didn't have any brow stuff. I did put Zero from Urban Decay on the upper waterline. That did transfer a little bit to the lower lash line. And I also have just a lip balm to give me a little bit of color, plus foundation from Smashbox. That's pretty much what I have on my eyes. Oh, and I do have a little bit of beige eyeshadow from Buxom. It's just a matte beige from Buxom. And I noticed I had quite a bit of redness around my nose, which I thought might be distracting, so I took care of that for you. You're welcome. Let's start with the face palette, I think. And I'm going to use the face palette first off on my eyes and then to complement the rest of my face. I do have a little bit of contour on along the hairline up here, and I do have some in the hollow of my cheek, and I also have a little bit of blush from Joe Fresh. It's that Peach Dream blush that's a cream blush. I just put a little bit of that on with a highlight just because I didn't want to come on ghostly. But the Cheekbone Beauty products will definitely cover up all of that stuff, no problem. All right, so I'm going into this palette. And what I want to do, as I said, was do eyes first. And so I think I'm going to go in the crease with the rosy highlighter and then head into these two to finish up the look. So to get started, I'm going to use my trusty BH Cosmetics brush. This is the Pro 5, I think. Yeah, Pro Studio 5. Going into this rosy highlighter, and I'm just going to go in the crease on both sides and just get a little bit more color on my eyelid. A little bit just out here. And other side. I have wanted to try Cheekbone Beauty for quite a while. So when there was an offer that was just up my alley, I pounced on it so that I can really give the brand a shot. Okay, I am liking that. I think I'm going to take another brush and just bring that highlight right up top. I like this kind of a brush to go onto the brow bone. And if it's just a little bit too rosy, I'll just go at the end and use a buxom highlighter. And I say buxom because buxom is in my Pan That palette for this year, so I don't see why I wouldn't use a highlighter I'm trying to pan on my brow bone most of the time. Okay, it is just a little bit more rosy. I think that looks pretty good. Okay, so I'm going to go now into the bronzer right here and see what we can do with that. And I think I'm going to use a smaller crease brush, this one right here, which is just a basic Sephora brush. And I want to go into the crease and a little bit more on the outer lid. And I'm just using the mirror from the Cheekbone Beauty palette. And I'm pretty sure I'm going to cover up most of that bronzer with that burgundy. But what I saw when I did swatches with the burgundy is it is quite pigmented. And I don't want to put it right on my skin because I think it's going to stain my eyelids. And I'd rather not have that. So I'm going to go in again, just a little bit on the tip and go on the lower lid. Well, that's quite pretty again. Very, very natural look. And I could just do that on a no makeup day and call it a day. A little bit more. And I think that burgundy in this palette and that teal pencil is going to look really good together. Okay, I think that is looking relatively good. And now I want to get into this kind of a burgundy color. And for that purpose, I think I'm going to use this brush, which is just a basic Sephora brush. It was in a set of 5 that I picked up some time ago. I'm just going to go on the outer lid here. Okay, that's looking pretty good. I'm going to have to switch to a crease brush. Just going to build that up just a little bit. I don't want to go too crazy with the color on this first impressions. Let's just see what it looks like. And I say that having gone absolutely crazy with ABH recently. I think I'm going to go, like I said, into a crease brush to get that burgundy a little bit higher. I'm just going to go back to the crease brush that I had with the bronzy color. And bronzy, I mean the bronzer color. And into the crease I go. And with whatever I have left on the brush, I like to go to my inner brow. Okay, I think that looks pretty good. The only thing that I'm probably going to change with this eye look on the upper lid is I'm going to put a little bit of a highlighter color on the inner third, just to make draw some interest to the inner lid. But the overall color looks pretty good. I think I'm just going to extend that burgundy a little bit on the outer lower lid. And I have a favorite brush to do that, which is an angled brush. And let's just bring that color down. Just a subtle, just a little bit. It's very, very pigmented. I mean, this is a blush, but I knew I could use it as eyeshadow. It was just such a rich color. I think that looks pretty good. I don't want to fuss too much with the blending. I want to just get right down to business, and yeah, I think I've done enough. I think that the highlighter is going to take care of the rest. And let's just do a little bit of blush and highlighter here. And I picked up a fluffy brush, and this is it's actually a Morphe E3. but it's a very, very kind of fluffy blush brush, and I think it's going to do a good job of not putting too much of this burgundy as I tap off the excess of this burgundy blush. So let's give it a shot. I'm light skin. I wouldn't say fair, but I have lighter skin. And this blush could easily get out of control on me. So that I think looks pretty good. And given that I have the blush on, I'll just pick up a little bit of a kick up and put just a tiny bit more. And then what I want to do is go back into that highlighter and put highlighter over top. So I'm going to do that now. So that highlighter right here. I think I have enough bronziness to me. Don't need to add more, so I will not go and add some bronzer on top. But I think this looks pretty good. Okay, so I'm going to replicate this on the other eye, and then we can finish up the look with the liner and lipstick. Be right back. Okay, I think that I have my eye look reasonably, looking reasonably good. And now I want to use this Sustain Eyes pencil. And I was thinking initially to do a deepening up of the outer lid, but I think I just want to use it as liner. So I'm going to try that. And it's extremely creamy. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to use the liner as is on my lower lashes where I can have a little bit more color. And then for the upper lash line, I think I'm going to use it along with a small brush to give me the precision that I want for upper lashes. So let me do the lower lashes first, and then we'll get to the upper lid. So I'm going to just very carefully go on the inner or the waterline, and I think that it's just going to kind of not bleed out, but extend out to my lashes because it's quite a thick pencil. And if I haven't mentioned it in this video yet, this company is very, very much focused on sustainability. So their packaging is recyclable. You can plant it in your garden. It has, there's just a focus on producing products that you're not feeling crazy guilty about purchasing and using, because the waste left behind at the end is very, very minimal, which I appreciate. And a number of other companies, Color Green is one of them, they're making changes to their packaging to make it more sustainable, and I really, really appreciate that. Now, I said I was going to go to a brush to help me with the upper lash line, but on the bottom, I think it did a pretty darn good job. And I think I might smudge it a little bit on the outer lid, but I want more precision on the inner lid. So let me just find that brush. So this is just a regular brow brush, and that is what I'm going to use for the liner. And I think I'm going to need a mirror. I'm going to use the mirror that is in the face palette, so I get rid of the plastic, and just dipping the brush into the crayon, and that is how I'm going to do a liner on the upper lash line. And it does look very, very creamy. Oh, you know what? I didn't do the highlighter. Let me do the highlighter first. I almost messed up. So I'm using my Pan That palette, and you'll see on the top here I have a number of highlighter colors, and I'm just going to use the one highlighter color and give myself a little bit of a punch of brightness on the very inner lid. Of course, any highlighter can be used as eyeshadow. There's no problem there. I could even have used a beautiful Cleona Cosmetics, which is another Canadian brand. I could have used that on the inner to center lid as a highlighter. And I could have used the rosy one from Cheekbone Beauty, but I wanted something with a little bit more bling. Although that the rosy highlighter would have certainly looked very nice as a soft look with this eye look for sure. It really would not look all that different from what I'm doing, to be frank. Okay, there we go. Getting there. Okay, that's it. Just a little something. Okay, back to that crayon. And I don't think that this crayon sets based on when I did the swatches in the unboxing video. And I almost dipped this brush into the face palette for some reason. It's very hard to have a conversation and do eyeliner at the same time. It's going on reasonably well. I do know it would have been too thick if I had just used the pencil on its own. See how that's looking. I think that's looking reasonably good. Just one last little go of it. And it's really creamy, very easy to pick it up on a brush, which makes this crayon way more versatile. Okay, I think that looks good. I'm going to do the same thing on the other eye, put on some mascara, and then we can talk about the look overall. All right, the eyes are done. I finished up the liner, which I think looks pretty darn good, and also put on some mascara. If you're curious, it's the Lash Brag from ABH. And now it is time for lipstick. I picked a lipstick that is not super colorful because I think that the burgundy looks pretty good as far as a color focus on my face, so I want to keep this look pretty neutral. So I decided to take Nuna out, and this is the cardboard packaging that the lipstick comes in. So this is the only component piece that is not paper, and that is what the lipstick looks like, and I think it's going to be really nice with this eye look. And if you want to see lipstick swatches, please go and take a look at that video that I linked. It has all of the swatches for 7 of the 8 lipsticks that I purchased. One of the lipsticks is a gift for a friend of mine, so I did not swatch that one. I think that would have been rude. But yeah, you can see 7 of the 8 swatches in that video. All right, let's apply some lipstick, shall we? Kind of like my lips, but better. That's nice. It's a very solid formula. I don't think it's going to move around too much because it's really quite a solid formula. It makes me think of Charlotte Tilbury lipsticks. I think I made a good choice. Okay, so this is colorful, a little bit more neutral. I think that works quite nicely. And this is my first full face of Cheekbone Beauty products as far as what it is that I have. I have been really impressed with the customer service from this brand. I've been impressed with the packaging from this brand. And I think that I know that I will end up trying more products from them over time. And I can't wait to be featuring more of their lipstick colors on this channel. Anytime you want to know what is on my face, it is always in the description box, either fully described or there's a link to the video that shows that description, just because I don't have room in the description box for everything that I want to tell you. But that's pretty much it. I am happy to have done the highlighter, although I do think that in the face palette I could definitely have used this one on the inner to center lid, but I wanted a little bit more oomph. I have a business meeting later today, and I just wanted my eyes to pop a little bit more than a completely neutral, no bling kind of a look. Mattes are great. Sometimes you want just a little bit more. And yeah, I'm pretty happy with this. Let me know what you think of the brand so far based on my usage of it. Let me know if you already have some Cheekbone Beauty, what do you think of it? And again, I'm going to say thank you to Kara C, because she is the Canadian YouTuber who made me aware initially of Cheekbone Beauty, and now I'm seeing the brand in a few different places. So yeah, that is it from me. Let me know what you think. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it every single time. And I look forward to seeing you in the next video. But for now, as always, Take care.